There you go, folks. It's the DJ back at it again today. Hope you've been enjoying our collapsing economy videos. I released one yesterday. We're going to talk a little bit about that later, but let's get into the migrants. There's oh, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. You got to see this to believe it. That's pretty much what's going on in Denver, right? We just talked about Denver a couple of days ago, how they're sending an attaché to Texas so they can get the word out that there's a lot of restrictions going on in Denver, so it doesn't become a popular place to go. And we got a couple of viewers from Denver that like watching this, and I hope that they weigh in on this. Comment down below, folks. But anyway, yeah, so did I say today was Thursday, May 9th? You're almost to the weekend. You're almost to the weekend. It's dreary and rainy here in the Midwest today, but we had a beautiful day yesterday. Anyway, let's get back to Denver. Denver has the most migrants per population. They got more than New York City. I heard a fact today. New York City has seen 140,000 migrants delivered to their doorstep. There's about 80,000 of them still there causing chaos, and they're trying to get rid of them any way they can. And they may be going to Denver after you watch what's going on here. The migrants in Denver are making a list of demands, kind of like the college protesters, right? They're making a list of demands that they want from the mayor of Denver. And I think he's actually agreed to some of this stuff. So let's watch this video and you see how outrageous. I mean, this is like the inmates running the prison, pretty much. Let's listen to this piece out of Denver where they go over some of the demands.
To declare another migrant camp, this one off 39th Avenue in Central Park.
Well, it comes as another migrant camp gave the city a list of their demands in exchange for moving off the streets and into a shelter. Let's get to Greg Perez live in Denver this morning with the story here.
Good morning, Kirk and Ashley. Yes, this encampment behind me, the migrant encampment that you see behind me in Central Park, they have made a list of demands, about 13 of them. That was made just a couple of days ago. Of course, they've been living here for the past couple of weeks.
I hope you guys are coming up with your demands for whoever it is you want to make demands of. They got 13, just 13.
Or so, and on top of that, the group says that if their demands are met, they will voluntarily stay in city-funded shelters and leave their encampment where families, including young children, still live in tents. So it's kind of been a tug of war between the two sides. The migrants have been lobbied by Denver Human Services to get off the street and into shelters, an offer that remains according to city officials. Meanwhile, the migrants say the city withdrew the deal, while the city maintains it will continue to offer services to migrants that choose shelter over encampments. The list of demands from the migrants includes better food, as they have had grievances about the food provided by the city. They additionally want similar benefits to those in shelters, such as being put on a path towards a work permit.
They're not receiving any kind of official housing or immigration document support, which is incredibly necessary for them to be able to navigate the bureaucracy around these systems.
We try to compromise, we try to figure something out. You know, at the end of the day, what we do not want is families on the streets of Denver.
Other demands include shower access that will be available without time limits and can be accessed whenever needed. Medical professional visits that will happen regularly, and referrals for specialty care will be made as needed too. And all will receive the same housing support that has been offered to others. They cannot kick people out in 30 days without something stable established. So all in all, the migrants presented around 13 demands. Now, we have heard from the city, as you heard in the sound on tape just there, they really just do not want people in tents or kids in camps. So that's their goal. We're waiting to see on what the migrants say. On top of all of that, again, we still have the city that's going to be sweeping this encampment behind me starting today. Reporting live at 39th Street in Central Park, Greg Perez, Fox 31 News.
All right, Greg, thank you.
So there you go. Some of the demands were they wanted to cook their own food, and they wanted culturally appropriate food. So they wanted more free stuff, basically. They wanted free lawyers. They wanted a little bit of everything. They wanted their kids to go to school and have be bused to school. I mean, see if you can find the list. It's kind of an outrageous list, and you'll wonder why people. We'll see what the mayor of Denver does, but this is just ridiculous, totally ridiculous, and it's come to this. You let the college protesters make their demands, everyone and their uncle is going to be making demands. So there you go, folks, a little bit out of Denver. Now I wanted to transition the discussion. I don't know about you guys, but I've been out doing some filming, doing some traveling the last pretty much most of this week, doing some appointments here and there. America's unraveling, and I'm going to tell you about. I mean, it's not. I'm not seeing this from manipulated government data. I'm seeing this in real time, real life. Let me explain a couple of the things that I'm seeing happen. And it just happened recently, or at least it's sped up. So the unraveling is starting to pick up steam in my circle. We stopped at a restaurant at the border in Genoa City a couple of days ago, and our waitress